There's many myths and legends told across the length and breadth of Scotland, of giants like Benandonna, a Scottish giant who picked a fight with Finn McCool, an Irish giant. Tales of pixies and fairies, like the fairies of the Isle of Skye, where in Dunvegan Castle the Clan MacLeod keep their most precious treasure, the fairy flag, Land Ravagar, taken from King Harald Hardrada of Norway in 1066. It is said if the MacLeods were ever in peril, they can unfurl the fairy flag of Dunvegan, which would make them invincible. But you don't usually get to hear a modern day tale of encounters with fairy folk. Today we are off to Schiehallion, the snow-covered wilderness of Scotland, to hear a tale of the shadow thieves of Schiehallion. Isn't it just beautiful here? It's amazing. Beautiful view. And this big rock just sitting here, ready to tumble down the hill. I've brought you up here today basically because I'm not getting out metal detecting, but also to tell you a little story about this area. This area, one of these hills is called Schiehallion. I think it's the one behind us. To just give you a wee insight into Schiehallion, translated or locally it's known as the Fairy Hill. And a few weeks ago I heard a story on YouTube. I watched a video. I'll put a link on here for you as well. And it was a gentleman called Steve Alldale who came up through this area and was feeling tired. And he stopped in the road just to get a rest and go for a little walk. And he came over and he sat maybe on a rock like this, not too far from here. And he was taking some time out from his travels. And he sat in an area not far from here. There was a gentle mist had rolled in and a rainbow had came over the hill. And as he sat there pondering, as you do on a beautiful day, and he just thought how wonderful it was. And this little story goes like this. He was sitting there just pondering away, and as he was looking up at the rainbow, he noticed just out of his line of sight he could see something moving, and he looked down and there was a little gentleman about 4 feet tall, dressed in kind of chamois leather, gently rolling up his shadow as he sat there taking in the splendour of the day. And he shouted over, "Oi! What are you doing?" And the little man came up with a start. And as he caught his eye, he saw that he was looking down at his feet. And as he looked, there was another little person, a little girl standing with a pair of silver shears, cutting round his shadow at his feet. And she stared up at him, and all of a sudden the two of them disappeared. And I thought, what a wonderful story of a beautiful part of Scotland. And I just thought I'd come up here and let you hear that story. A strange little story about this area. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me again. As I say, I'm not getting out doing my metal detecting, so I thought I'd tell you a little story about this place. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me again. Remember and subscribe over here and watch some of my other videos, and I hope you find them interesting. So I'm getting out of the cold, heading back to Edinburgh. Take care, and I'll see you again. Bye for now.